Hey. So as soon as we are live, and I know I am live, we will get this call launched off. All right, we are live.
I'm gonna grab a soda and I'll be right back.
All right, sounds good. I would have never guessed it though.
All right.
What? A soda?
Right? Not Quicksilver. What's up, guys? All right, so we have Facebook piling up right now. I see people already flooding the Facebook Live. So, guys, we are about to get this party kicked off. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's get this thing kicked off as people are joining. Welcome to the call. Make sure that if you're watching the Facebook Live that you're tagging people below. You are sharing this video. And at the end of the day, as I've already said before, a reformation really has begun, guys. And we're at the start of something that I would say is absolutely amazing. And I've never seen so many people winning with what we have going on with this. I mean that with all of my heart. I've never in my life, Carlos, would you not agree that you've never seen so many people winning right out of the gate without having to go through this massive learning curve and spending so much time actually having to go through the process, rather than something that really quickens that process to success and really helps create that freedom that I think all of us are really searching for?
Absolutely, Josh. I totally agree. I actually just set somebody up with their system, set up their VPS, and once we actually launched it on their computer, it instantly went into trading. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it instantly went into putting trades in. And I want Dave to hear this.
Yep, I'm here.
I don't even think that it was 10 seconds. And after the software was actually launched on the computer, ladies and gentlemen, it went in, started taking trades, and had a few of them already in profit in a couple of cents. Extremely huge. And this is what we're talking about. This is one of the reasons why we got over 80 people on the call tonight wanting to know and wanting to see the intricacies of why we're so excited about this software with AI Global. I'm telling you, we saw something firsthand at the Miami event. And I'm telling you, if you were there, you saw and you left with an enormous amount of energy from what we have and what's going to happen in the future with the gentleman that we have on right now, Mr. Quicksilver. So, you know, I can tell you this, we're going to definitely have to bump up this live here, Josh, because we'll have over 500 people on this live here within the next couple of days.
Oh, I agree. It's crazy how we've just decided, you know what, that we have what everybody needs, and we're just going to go ahead and make sure that everybody knows what the heck's going on. And at the end of the day, Carlos, is there a couple people you want to give a celebration to? I'll say this, guys. My whole team is blowing me up every single day, sending me results day after day after day after day. I had one of my friends, Jacob Wright, who just got started. He started an account with $500, and the first month it grew to $1,150, right? From $500 to $1,150. He made $650 on his return, or on his initial investment of $500. Now, let me say this, just so we're clear on this call. Past profits do not guarantee future profits. We are not here on this call guaranteeing you some type of return. We are showing you what this software that you're about to see, Benjamin and Hamilton, has done. So, Carlos, let's go ahead and get this thing kicked off, and then we'll jump right into it.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Carlos Wiley. I want to thank you all for coming out and sharing your time with us this evening. We want to be precocious of your time and share with you some wonderful information about a company called AI Global that is just challenging the market. They're challenging the market within this $5.3 trillion industry every day within Forex, okay? What we have, ladies and gentlemen, that is something that is the first of its kind. It is the first algorithmic artificial intelligence software that now, ladies and gentlemen, allows you to be able to tap into the market without having to do anything but actually input the system on your computer, okay? What are we saying? The software is going to take trades for you. Yes, we have definitely found the genie in the bottle. And we have a gentleman on here, Mr. Dave Quicksilver, that has been very instrumental in developing the software and allowing people to understand it from his point of view. And we're just having a wonderful time. We're having a wonderful time with it because why? People are winning. People are seeing that this is something that I can actually invest my hard-earned dollars into and receive an actual return on my money. Nothing is better than having an investment that you can get into and have a return on your money. I've seen people, ladies and gentlemen, that turn the software on, and in their first week, they're doubling their accounts, okay? Maybe they're not doubling their accounts, but they're seeing consistency in winning trades within their account. This is extremely huge. Now, I can tell you this firsthand. I've been trading myself for the last 2 years, had some major success, but my learning curve has just been a little different. But we have some ups and downs. We have some challenges. And I'm sure a lot of you that have seen or got into the Forex market, you've seen some times where you just didn't have the success that you had the day before. Well, I'm here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that you still need to learn the software. You still need to learn the skill set. But we have something that is going to allow you to do all the heavy lifting and basically go on about your day. Yeah. Go on and go to your job, visit your relatives, travel the world, be able to spend time with your kids, do everything that you want to do. And the software is actually working for you while you're doing that. There's nothing better than that. So I want to introduce you guys to a wonderful business partner of mine that has just been really instrumental in showing me the actual inside intricacies of what this business is about. We've actually partnered both of our businesses because we're right here in the Atlanta area. It just makes sense for us to work together and build our teams around this wonderful platform. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to one of the hardest working guys that I've ever met. He has a heart of gold, just had a brand new daughter. Okay. Give it up for Mr. Josh Phelps.
Hey, Carlos, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. It really is exciting to be partnered with this movement, and what we've created together, I'm telling you, is something that will absolutely change the world. So guys, let's do this. Let's jump right into this because I don't want to waste any time. Okay. What we're about to show you is something that's I've never seen before, something that I would say most people had no idea was even out there, but you're about to discover the power of artificial intelligence partnered with the Forex market. And you're going to see a live demonstration today of it. But to start this call off, I want to ask you a question that I believe will really position you to understand what this call is all about. Okay. If someone's going to make money off of your money, should it be the bank or should it be you? If you're not aware of this, the bank is making right now, every single day, every single month, massive returns off of your money in the Forex market. Any of the money that you have sitting in your savings account, they're actually already trading this money in the Forex market. And what we're going to do today is going to show you how to really make a line in the sand in your life today. And you're going to say, okay, listen, am I going to continue to let the bank make money off of my money? Or am I going to find out how to make money off of my money the same way the bank already is, right? So give me a yes in the chat box if you believe you should be the one making money off of your money. If you're watching this on Facebook, give me a yes in the chat box right now if you believe that we as people should be making money off of our money rather than it just being the banks consistently getting wealthy and wealthy and wealthier off the backs of just people who simply don't know that we can do the same thing. Right? I think this picture is a really good demonstration of the fact that, well, the system has proved to us that it's for them, not for people, right? The system is constantly proving it's for profit. It's not for people. The governments are not struggling. The banking systems are not struggling, but yet we still see 78% of people living paycheck to paycheck. Yet we still see the majority of humanity all around the world still suffering, when I believe that there's more than enough for every single person on this planet to have what they need and not be any lack whatsoever. Give me a 777 in the chat box if you agree with me right now that none should be suffering, but for some reason, people still are. Okay. And that's why I partnered with what we have here. And that was why I dove into the Forex market, because I've been in the banking industry for the last 7.5 years now. And what I found out was that the banks did a really good job of becoming super wealthy off the backs of uneducated people, right? They have our money in a $5.3 trillion per day market. Guys, think about that. $5.3 trillion per day that we have access to, but no one ever told us about. Who agrees that you can't partake of the feast if you don't know that it exists? Can I have a yes in the chat box if we understand that? Okay, what Forex is the foreign exchange market. This is all the currencies of the world being exchanged daily for one another, right? 24 hours a day, 5 days per week, this market is open. And now you have access to finally be able to make money out of this market. I say it often. I don't mind being the janitor in the Forex market. If I can make an extra 50, $100 a day, hey, the bank hasn't ever paid me $50 on the money, and I've had a decent amount sitting there, okay? So who this is for is whether you're an expert trader, we have people that have been trading for 2 decades, or if you're brand new to trading, you don't know what a pip is, there may be a lot of you on this call that didn't even know that your money was already making money in the bank. But the good news is we're going to show you how you can now be the one who is benefiting off of your money. So what my goal is on this call tonight is to show all of you that I believe with all of my heart that the best way to achieve financial freedom is through trading, right? We always must have an additional source of income, have money that is multiplying for us. The wealthy have figured it out, okay? And what I believe very strongly is that the best way to trade is through Benjamin and Hamilton. That's what we're showing you here tonight. That's what our company's here, and that's what we're absolutely seeing amazing results with. The world's first ever AI-powered Forex trading software. So the man right here that you're about to hear from, I want to give you just a quick little breakdown about who Quicksilver is. Quicksilver has become a good friend of mine, and I'm beyond excited about working. We just did an event in Miami, which I'm sure he'll even mention a little bit, but it was just absolutely phenomenal. And it was so crazy seeing how many people flew from all over the world just to hear from Quicksilver, to learn how to use the software in its fullest potential and really change their life. So just so you have an idea, Quicksilver had 108, he scored 182 on his IQ test, which is the 93rd highest IQ documented, okay? He spent the last 20 plus years trading in the Forex markets. He's traded billions of dollars at the second largest hedge fund in New York. He's tripled his account for the last 16 years. And he really brought himself to a place where he came to this conclusion and he said, I can either continue to make the wealthy more wealthy, or with what I know how to do, what I've understood and what I've learned in the markets and what I've been able to accomplish, I can now put in this artificial intelligence software and make it available to the masses. So if you're excited to hear from this man tonight, if you're ready to see a live demonstration of this call, if you could just give me a 555 in the chat box, give me a thank you in the chat box to Quicksilver for taking time to get on this call, because he's extremely busy helping over 11,000 people that we have, while continuing to focus on our software to always make sure that it is absolutely incredible. So Quicksilver, thank you so much for taking time to get on this call, and I'm excited for everyone to just see what we have going on and see a live demonstration.
Excellent, excellent. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for that. I wanted to touch a second, and when you were doing the introduction, I get calls quite a bit when people do that introduction. The 16 straight years of tripling the account, it's not a compounding model that I was doing. I was starting with 25,000 at the beginning of the month, and then ending up with 75,000 plus at the end of the month, and pulling out my profits every single month. So it was more of a live trading techniques that I was doing, and it wasn't a compounding 16 years in a row where I'm pulling out, where I'm just letting it build up, because I would never trust the Forex market, the Forex brokers, to sit there with too much money in an account for too long. So it's always a good idea to pull your money out, regularly. So anyway, that being said, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and show you guys. Let's see, which screen is it?
Guys, if you have anyone else that's going to join this call, we are about 4 people away from this thing being maxed out. So whoever else that you have is going to join, make sure they hop on quickly, because this call is just a couple people from being maxed out.
Let's go. Yeah, that's crazy. You know what that means, right? That means the next, what'd you say?
We got the sauce.
Yeah, exactly.
All right then. So what we've got here is I'm going to give you guys a quick demonstration of exactly what the software does. Many of you have seen it, many of you haven't. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over this. It's just a quick demonstration of the euro versus the US dollar. It's a 1-year period based on $5,000, and we're going to go ahead and see how it does. I'm going to give you guys a quick breakdown of exactly what the exactly what the software does as it's trading. This is going through real live historical data from the market, over the course of the past year. This is actually testing the market. It's actually making the trades, both buys and sells, and it's showing you what would have happened had you had the software running during this period of time. It's obviously going by much faster than it normally would. So even though trades are going in and out, it's not getting a million trades at a time. It's basically getting a trade every few days, 5-6 days. And this is just one pair. So overall with Benjamin, it's going to average about 4, 5, 6, 7 trades a week. In that area with Benjamin, once you have all 7 pairs hooked up, each pair usually gets a trade a week or something like that. So it's a pretty good system. It's a very safe system. I've really tried to make everything as safe as humanly possible for our end consumers, so that right out of the box, on recommended settings, you'll be able to turn it on and not be taking any undue risk. But ultimately you have complete control of your software, and you'll have the ability to take maximum risk or minimal risk if you'd like. Believe me, we have customers all over the board that are willing to take high risks, and some of them just are happy to take the few percent a month returns. It is awesome. It is almost done. We'll take a look here. It's in another 15, 20 seconds or so, it should be done. But yeah, so what's really interesting about this is happening 7 times at the same time. This is just showing you one pair. And what's really amazing about this is we don't touch your money. Your money is controlled by you. You deposit the money in your own broker account. We never, ever have access to any of your money. So anything that happens with your money is entirely up to you. You can withdraw it or keep it in, or use your account like an ATM machine. Just you control everything. And it is nearing the end. Running a little slower because the Zoom is here, but it'll be done in any minute now. The suspense is killing me. All right, here we go. So basically, over the course of the year, it went from $5,000 to $7,922.96, about $8,000, a $3,000 profit on $5,000. That is just on one pair. But it is not how much it wins that's very important. I'm going to open this up and show you the history. It's not important if it wins or it loses. What is important at this stage is the fact that, okay, yeah, it's winning most of the trades. And as you're going, it keeps winning and winning and winning. But that's not important. Let's try to get a loss here. Okay, here is one that Benjamin decided at this point right here was not going to win. At 1331, it decided to place a second trade. A few minutes later, it decided to place a third trade because it realized even the second trade wasn't going its way. So at the exact same moment, at 14:59 and 40 seconds, it took a $446 loss, a $44 loss, and at the exact same second, a $500.18 win to break even on this trade. And if you look at the time, 14:59, 14:59, 14:59, all of these trades closed out at the exact same moment. So you were able to get out of the trade with a break even. This is what separates Benjamin from any other software. When Benjamin wins, it wins. When it loses, it ties. So that's kind of what it is. Perfect example. Here's another one. It determined right here that it was not going to win the trade. It made a secondary trade. It took a $214.24 loss. At the exact same time, at 17:01 and 27 seconds, it took a $218.40 win to offset the win and the loss. It wins almost all the trades, but here's another one. Took a 226 loss, a 228 gain at the exact same moment, 13:58. Scrolls down. Here's another one. It had to make 2 trades to get you out, but it took a 524 loss, a 54 loss, and a $588 win at the exact same moment. So in short, Benjamin decides, even during bad market conditions, how to get out of it. It uses the artificial intelligence to read the market data, even with the market data, no matter what the president is talking about, no matter what the world markets are doing, whether or not there's an interest rate decision in Japan or in Europe, or there's the Brexit going on, or a Brexit situation, or whether there's trade talks with China. The artificial intelligence monitors that and actually makes an intelligent decision as to when the hedge goes in. When I say hedge, it's a cost average or a hedge, and then automatically makes the adjustment and gets you out at the right moment. So in the end, as you're looking at it, even when it takes losses, 530 loss, $54 loss, and at the same time, a 599 gain, always to try to break even. Another one, a 251 loss. Here's one, it didn't quite get back, but the artificial intelligence decided at this point, it didn't look like the market was doing very well. So it decided to get out with a $30 loss net, 251 loss, 220 gain. So in the end, by the end, it took a $3,787 gain for the year. And that happened that goes on 7 times throughout the year. That's a huge gain when you're talking about $5,000.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think definitely what he just said, if you're not aware of that, guys, with what he means by this happened 7 times, what you just saw this happen on is just one pair. And there's 7 pairs that Benjamin trades. So the profit that you saw, now, obviously, we're not here guaranteeing any profits. Past profits never indicate future profits. They don't guarantee future profits. But essentially what you could do based off how our software works is you could multiply the profit times 7 to give you a realistic expectation of what you would have saw using the software based off what it just performed in this back test. So my guys, and I know ever since I joined, I watched the service, Benjamin, for over 60 days before I told one person. And I was so blown away by the profits. For me, Quicksilver, it really became a moral obligation to tell people.
Yeah, I mean, perfect example. Here is my live Benjamin account. Started out with $10,000 in my account at the beginning of the, I guess probably 60 days ago now. And in 60 days, it went from 10,000 and I made an $11,367 profit. The trades, if you look at this is live real trading. If you look at the way it works, it did the same exact thing that it was doing before. Takes a $482 loss at the same time. It takes, if you look at the times here, 1433, it takes a $482 loss, $497 gain. And it just continues to win.
Hey, documentation beats conversation.
And also, I'm going to give you guys a real quick sneak peek. I'm doing a beta test on the new Hamilton at this moment. This is the new Hamilton. As you can see, the charts, the event calendar is built right in. It turns off the software due to events and things like that. It automatically, I just turned this on about an hour ago, to test it out. I'm doing extra pairs that I normally wouldn't do. So, when you're watching this, these are not pairs that you're going to actually be able to use, but I do have the Euro JPY and the Euro GBP and things like that going in there. And it's taking trades as we speak. But what I'm basically testing is you can see now, before where it kept giving you invalid charts and things like that, the upcoming softwares are going to tell you that the software is off due to an event, which it is, and then give you what events are coming up and the times that the events are coming up built right into the charts. So this is a new Hamilton that it's pretty good. And so it really does give you the opportunity to really get trades instantly and get a lot of trades. Like no matter what I open up, let's say I were to open up another chart, it will just open up another, well, I guess because the charts are off, it's not getting a trade. And I guess, yeah, the software is off. But the point is that Hamilton gets lots of trades right away. And even if it is, no matter what the scenario, with this type of software, you're going to get instantaneous results. So that's kind of where this is. I really shouldn't be showing Hamilton now with this. So just because it's the brand new Hamilton and it's not going to be released for another couple of days, but the old Hamilton actually is. So
Dave, I have a question in the chat. Someone is asking, I guess you just answered that question, but the old Hamilton won't be available. They can just download the new Hamilton. Is that accurate?
Correct. The new Hamilton, if you want it to work the same as the old Hamilton, you can just turn the charts off in the settings. Okay. So if you don't want the on and off automatically, you have that ability to turn that on and off as you wish, and if you do that, it's going to run exactly like the old one.
So is it a fair assumption to say here, Dave, that the software, the new software for Hamilton with the charts will alert the system to turn off when there's news events or current events that's about to happen in the market?
Absolutely. That's exactly the whole thought process behind it. I wanted to get an event calendar built right into the software so that when there is a high volatility event coming up, a red folder event, so to speak, it will turn the software off automatically 30 minutes, or actually you choose the time frame that you want it off. Some people like to be off an hour before an event. Some people like to be off only 10 minutes before an event. You have the ability to choose when you turn the software on and off in the settings of the software. Good. So it's everybody still has full control of their software. That's one of the things that the regulators, the CFTC, and our attorneys made sure that we did was whenever I created something, the customer ultimately has to have full control of the software at all times to be able to do what they want when they want. Open trades, close trades, change the settings, use the calendar, don't use the calendar. You have the ability to do anything you'd like with the software.
Good deal. Well, I will say, I have a testimonial, Dave. I'm a trader myself, but at the same time, when the trade, I think it was last week, last Wednesday, and the software was actually in the negative. And I'll be honest with you guys, ladies and gentlemen, it had me down about $120. Okay. And I had someone else that called me and they was experiencing some of the same thing in the software. And I just told them, I said, listen, guys, we got to trust the process. Dave is the guru. So I'm going to listen to Dave. So I turned my phone over and went to sleep. When I woke up that morning, I was in profit, like maybe $13, $14. But at the same time, it had chewed up the amount of loss that I had in the trade, which was very phenomenal.
And what you're saying is what the software is designed to do. However, like Josh said before, past performance is not indicative of future gains necessarily. However, there's no guaranteeing anything in the market. However, one thing I can tell you is that in this particular case, it will absolutely do everything it possibly can to get you out of those trades. And just a quick tidbit of information, if you ever find yourself getting into a little bit of drawdown with Hamilton, just go into your charts, change the grid size to 100, and then leave it alone. The grid size of 100 will get you out at a more conservative level, and it won't just keep getting new trades in over and over and over again and adding to your drawdown. So you have the ability to basically give yourself an out when you, so to speak. So if you do happen to get negative, the only thing you really need to do is just change the grid size to 100 instead of 50 or instead of 30 or whatever you have it set at, change it to 100 and leave it alone.
I got a question here from Mr. Goodman, will the system close open trades once it turns itself off for news?
Yes, it will close open trades up to a specific dollar amount that you set. Let's just say, for example, you are, let's just say you're comfortable with taking a $10 loss in order to ensure that you don't get into a bad market event. So if your software is $10 or less down, it will automatically shut off close out your $10 worth of trades, and then close out and shut off the software. If it's more than $10 down, then it will just keep the trades open and then shut off the software. So you have the ability to choose at what dollar amount it shuts the software off.
Good deal. Good deal. Look, I can see that people are engaged because the questions are coming in. And I'll be honest with you, Dave, thanks for jumping on here this evening, because I didn't even know you were going to be on tonight.
Yeah. Josh gave me a call, and I do what I can to try to help you guys out. I know how passionate both you guys are about the process, and I'm grateful that you guys are here. So I'm always happy to jump on.
Thanks for joining the party with us. So, ladies and gentlemen, you see what we got here is something extremely powerful. I saw someone with a basic question. I know that you're probably a customer, but you asked about connecting the software to the actual broker. It's a very, very simple process. It takes roughly about maybe 20 minutes or less to get your broker and the software actually installed to your computer. It's a very, very simple and painless process, and we make sure that we do it diligently under the proper direction of Mr. Dave Quicksilver here. Back to you, Josh.
All right, perfect. Drew, do you have anything you want to share?
I'm actually about to jump off the call, but yeah, man, I'm just excited about this conglomerate we've created in Atlanta. I'm looking forward to the future of all the new software that's coming out. The new Hamilton's coming out. There's the Benjamin for MT4 that's coming out, and everyone that I have that's been running it so far is super excited about the profit that they've been making, and including myself, I have like 3 softwares running at the moment. And once you learn how to just actually micromanage your account, then it's so easy. It's so easy.
I agree. So look, guys, this is what I want to do. I want to show you how you can get access to it really quickly. I know we've taken time to show you the software. I think that's really the most important part, and that's really what we're here to do. We're a software company, and all we want to do is we want to show you how, using our software, how it can be something that benefits you. So really quickly, I'm going to go through just a couple questions. Forex has been known to be a very risky market, right? Over 96% of people that have gone into the Forex market, well, they have lost. Why? Well, number one is it's not the easiest market to work through. That's why I'm so thankful that we have artificial intelligence, right? So whether you don't know anything about trading, you don't have time to learn how to trade, one thing about our team is, well, number one, that the main focus is helping you become profitable with the software. And then second, if you want to learn how to trade, we do team calls. So if you want to go that route, you also have that ability, but that's not the focus. The focus is making sure that you're now profitable in the Forex market. And Albert Einstein said this, and I'm going to run through this quickly. Compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. It's very, very simple. Your money's either working in your favor or it's working against you. Your money's either making the bank money or your money's making you money, but it's not doing both. So I think it only makes sense that, well, we are the ones who's benefiting off of our money. So instead of having to just go into this market brand new and spend years trying to figure out Forex trading, waste tons of money following gurus, following people that, well, you just don't become that profitable following, or you just decide to stare at charts yourself for hours upon hours upon hours for as long as it takes you to learn. I think that we've realized that there's a new way and there's a better way. Who agrees that hammering a nail on a roof now just isn't as effective of having all the tools that we have, maybe a nail gun? Why? It's just a little bit more efficient. And as times evolve, I think it's important that we evolve with it. Quicksilver's been trading and he's seen artificial intelligence, but it's only been available for the mass or the mega wealthy. And now we finally have a way to make this available for the masses. And putting Benjamin and Hamilton to work for you, it just makes sense, right? It does the work, and well, we enjoy the profit. And I don't know about you, but making money easier and doing what corporations do best and having other things make them more money than just what they can do themselves, it just makes sense. And if your money's going to make money for someone, I would go ahead and click that easy button so it makes money for me. So Quicksilver's trading strategies flat out get results. It's undeniable. We have over 11,000 people winning with the software, and he took what he's known, his experience, his success, and he partnered with Microsoft Artificial Intelligence, creating our flagship product, Benjamin, and then Hamilton. Then we also got just several new things coming that is just mind-blowing. And I just want to show you this really quickly. If you had a $5,000 account, Quicksilver, what have we seen average returns for in Benjamin? You know, we always know past profits don't guarantee future profits, but what have you seen? What have we seen the last 9 months across the board?
Across the board, 9 months, our worst month has been about 5.5%, 6%. Our highest month, if I just went back yesterday and actually looked, 5.5%, 6%. Our best month was 61%.
Wow.
Wow. I've heard numerous reports from just people consistently making 10 to 30% as well. So guys, let's just say it does the bare minimum. I like to under promise and over deliver. Let's just say it does the bare minimum at 10%. Okay. If you had a $5,000 account and you grew it 10% the next 60 months, that's $1.5 million that would calculate to. Now, if you're not aware of this, it takes over 800 years for your money to double in the bank. Who agrees that you have a better chance to live 5 years than you do 800 years? Can we just take a second to be really honest? We have to do something different. And I want to let all of you know, because I'm sure this is probably a question. Is it easy to get the money out of the software? Absolutely, because you're not putting your money in the software. You're putting your money in a broker account, which is essentially the same thing as an online bank account. And now at this point, what you do is you have 24/7 access, and you are the only one that has access to deposit your money, withdraw your money, leave your money, change your money from account to another account. It's up to you. It's the same thing like you have your own bank account, but now you have the ability to make money, and only you have the ability to see this account. The minimum amount we suggest for Hamilton is $500. If you're going to use Benjamin, we say put $2,000 to $2,500 plus in there, and you can start to see that, because Benjamin, again, is a compounding factor or compounding software, while Hamilton is made as a fixed income software to create money for people that doesn't have a lot of money and looking for a nice return, right? Or we have people that have over 100 of them and they're making over $1,000 a day. But it is what it is. You pick what you want. You know, and I'm not going to say you're not going to need to do anything, because that would be, well, absolutely false. There's an aspect of micromanaging it, but this is the way that I like to. If you could spend 5 to 10 minutes a day looking at something that's making you money, who would spend 5 to 10 minutes a day doing that? If you don't have 5 to 10 minutes a day, this isn't for you. So I think all of us, especially all of us that use it, we know Benjamin and Hamilton is amazing. I guarantee you will too soon. But I want to say this works for whether you've never traded before, invested before, whether you're an expert trader. We got people that have been trading for 2 decades. We have people that have no clue what a PIP is. Whether you only have $500 or $1,000, whether you have a massive amount of money and you're looking for a place to bring constant compounding interest on your money, right? So this is what we have. It's something that's powerful. And I want to ask you this question. If you use the same software that over 11,000 of us are using to be profitable, would you agree that you would be profitable too? And if you agree with me on that, then, well, it only makes sense that you have access to the software and you actually use the software, right? Now, let me show you really quickly what you're going to get. The software only costs $199 to set up and $145 a month. Now, what's absolutely crazy is, look at the value real quick of what we could charge for this very easily. Benjamin and Hamilton software starting out as $3,000 value, right? Chat room and VIP support. You're getting a Forex tax advisor. So not only are we passionate about helping you make money, we're passionate about helping you be able to keep the money that you're making by having someone who spent the last 2 decades helping people with their Forex taxes to assist you, rather than you having to pay $300 an hour. You're going to get that included for being a part and using the software. If you decide to share this and create residual income, we have so many people making residuals. It's insane. There's a whole business growth system. We just had an event in Miami, which you would have got a ticket to. I will edit the slide, but you would have got to be able to come to that for free. And we also had Quicksilver's Wall Street trading strategy released, which, Carlos, I know you have been crushing it, and so has everybody else that have been using it. But guys, it's $199 to get started, and it's $145 a month. The good news is you can have the software for free if you refer 3 people to the software. And at that point, you're not paying $145 a month. You have something that's compounding and making your money, or making your money every single day now that the markets are open using our software. So I think that this is something that just makes sense. And well, what makes sense makes money with what we've seen so far. And there's really two options here. You could do nothing and not take this leap of faith, which is risk-free, but yet 100% guarantee of no growth and the banks to continue to win. Or second option, you can pony up this tiny investment today compared to all the value you get in return and just give it a shot. We have a very simple philosophy at our company. And I think Quicksilver, you stand behind this pretty strong. If we can't make you money, well, we just don't deserve yours. If it's not making you money, we don't want you here because you're not going to be happy. And well, we have 11,000 happy people that's growing really quickly. And well, we just have people that are happy using it. So we want to invite you to join our Forex empire, to beat the banks and to finally trade the most efficient way and the most intelligent way. And that's using artificial intelligence powered trading software. So guys, it's very simple. Whoever invited you to this call, we're going to help you go ahead and get started using the software. Carlos, what did you say you've got the time down to now to we have helping people set up? Like less than 20 minutes, I believe?
Less than 20 minutes.
So think about that, guys. If you have 20 minutes to go ahead and get started right now, and you have the time to, we're going to be doing a training tomorrow to activate the software and make sure you have it set up. If you're ready to start becoming profitable and just give it a shot, here's the good news. It's absolutely risk-free because there's a 7-day money-back guarantee. If for any reason you do not like the software, well, Quicksilver, do you agree that you don't want anybody using it that doesn't want it?
No, of course not. If it, there's a reason why we have a money-back guarantee. It's that it's